Welcome to my channel, Moongate 18. This is for entertainment purposes only.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Moongate 18 Tarot. We're back. We're looking at Shanquella Robinson's case again because everybody is very confused about what was the purpose of this fight, of this attack, of this killing. We know what happened afterwards, but what is the purpose? Why did this happen? It's just driving a lot of people up a wall. Why did this happen? I did the reading the first time and it was so convoluted. It was so crazy to me. I was not able to get any strong hits. I'm going back to do the reading again. Whatever comes through, comes through. I'm not going to press on it and really try to decipher anything. I'm just going with it. And let's see what we can get from it. Today is December 8th, 2022. What is today's date?
It's Thursday, December 8th, 2022.
Right. Here we go. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Okay, so looking at the people, we're going to get a profile on these people. I don't remember their names. I don't actually have to know their names. I have their face in my mind, and that's all I need. Okay. We're going to look at a profile, who's who, okay? So let's start building this. We want to look at Shanquella, see what kind of person she is. We have the Knight of Wands. This represents a person that is a go-getter. She doesn't back down easy, very much one that likes business. But because she is the Knight of Wands, that's how this is coming up for her at this time. It means that's somebody that gets a lot of, they go out there and they get like a lot of business. This is somebody that's very confident, someone who likes to travel, they like to negotiate. It's somebody who's a mover and a shaker. And this is saying that she had the personality of a person who felt very comfortable in any space. It also speaks of a person who was very comfortable in their skin. This is a person that had a very lively persona. They enjoyed life. This is a person that may wait until they're older to get married because there's so many things that they want to do. This is also saying that she was a fun-loving person. But this is also speaking, because it's upright, of a person that may have had issues with people trying to control her or oppress her, and she wasn't down with being controlled. Dejanira, but the person that was hitting her, fighting her. Let me make sure these are not upside down. They are all upside down, so they all gonna be right side up. Okay, the one that was fighting her comes out as the Ten of Swords. Okay, now I'm talking about the type of people they are. So we're not talking about situation. We're talking about their personality, their persona. So this is the one that was fighting her. This is someone who is suffers from some type of illness, like an emotional illness, meaning that she may, it's like, okay, so she didn't have a good life, I would say, possibly growing up. This is a person that they hold a lot of grudges. This person is one that will experience a lot of difficulties in their life, and then they hold that. They hold, they hold everything. They hold every situation that happens to them. Uh, they take everything personal. Like this would be a narcissistic person. They take everything personal. So like, woe is me? Why is me? Why'd you do this to me? Why'd you do that to me? This is not a happy person. The one that attacked her. This is not a happy person. They burn bridges. There's a lot of separation going on in their life because of their personality. The personality is one that causes separation. The personality is one that causes pain. Again, all these are upside down, so I'm gonna turn them right side up. Okay, the gay friend, the best friend, the male best friend. Okay, he comes out as the Knight of Pentacles, right? The Knight of Pentacles. His personality, this is another one that feels very comfortable in their skin. This is one that is very competitive. This is one that also likes to travel. They also like to negotiate. They're very much about money, very much about business. This is someone that would be an opportunist. This is someone that enjoys all different forms of challenge. This is also someone who tells lies. Winter. Okay. Winter. Winter, her personality will be represented by the world. This is a person that likes to win by any means necessary, a very high achiever. This is also a person that likes to travel. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm wondering if the best friend in Winter and Shanquella, if they've gone on trips together before, just based on these cards, because there's a lot of travel. One that enjoys traveling. This is a person that is involved in a lot of different things and situations, but they probably are known to have difficulty getting things completed. With this card, you can be a winner or you could be a loser. So there's some kind of wishy-washiness with that one. Okay, they say it's six. Okay, the other female, I forget her name. I think her last name was Hyatt. She's the Queen of Pentacles in personality. So this is saying that this person is a businesswoman or an entrepreneur. At least they have those abilities. This is a person that's a very good organizer. They have a team player mentality. On the dark side, they could be very brooding and greedy, lack common sense. So on the opposite side of this Queen of Pentacles, this is one that has to be careful being somewhat manipulated. This is also one that is very nurturing and caring. I think that's the same person that is rumored that she jumped into the fight and started fighting Dejanay and telling her to stop. So this is speaking of one that cares. Okay. Okay. Now there's the guy that showed up a day late. They say he said he showed up a day late, and they were supposed to be having a party for him, I believe. Okay. Five of Cups. Again, we're talking about personality. This is a very depressed person. This is a person that can be easily resentful. So they might have been having a party for him to cheer him up. He might, he could be like a doldrum, ho hum, type of person. Because there's always the light side and the dark side of personality. This is a very emotional person. They tend to look at the glass half empty as opposed to half full. So I'm feeling like Shanquella wanted to cheer him up, or she does a lot to try and cheer him up. Like she's like, "Are you okay? What do you need?" You can go into this really depressive state. Okay, then the last person is what's his name? I don't remember his name, but it's the last guy. I remember what he looks like, and he has like an Arabic name. Okay, his personality is the Knight of Swords. Now we haven't heard anything from him, but this personality is showing one that's like very clever, extremely decisive. Probably likes to like tinker with things, tinker with objects. Um, Likes to take things apart, put them back together, try to figure things out. Because that's like an engineer type energy or personality. He could be stubborn, he could be belligerent, disrespectful, but also somewhat business minded. He could be selfish, he could be ruthless, but he also will have leadership skills or leadership ability. He may even have been interested in joining the military. Maybe he did, I don't know. Okay, that is the personality. Now we're going to start asking some questions. Okay, and of course, this is for entertainment purposes only. Okay, so how do these individuals feel about Shanquella's death? Ooh, that was rough. I felt that when I asked that question. How do they feel about her death? Okay, we're starting with the one that before her. We get 2 of Cups. Well, we're saying that she cared. I think that she actually at one time cared about her. And so at this point right now, I don't know how she felt at the time, but it's sinking in like she cares. She cares. Okay. Um, the so-called best friend, the guy who is not her best friend, Queen of Pentacles. He thinking about how this is gonna cost him money. Okay, that's what I'm getting. The young lady Hyatt, I'll just call her Hyatt. No, Winter. How she feel? Page of Wands. But you know what? There's no sadness in any of these cards. Okay, this is what I'm getting. This is what I'm getting. It's like, there's no sadness. It's like, okay, it's more of this is how they're remembering her, right? Like we used to be friends. She used to hook me up with she used to help me with money. She was going to get me a job, or she was going to help me with my employment, or get help her with this. All these are like this is what she was doing for me. Almost like that's what they're thinking about. Okay, Hyatt. Let's see how she's feeling about Shanquella's death. 5 of Swords. She's blank. She's feeling like, how'd I get pulled into this? How'd I get pulled into this? Like this is also shows up when you're blaming somebody. Like this whole situation is a sabotage. So she's really looking at herself. And she's like, I don't believe this. I can't believe this. Okay, the young man that came a day late, how was he feeling about Shanquella's death? Before I pull the card, I just have to say, what I'm getting now on this one, it's like I'm happy. Cheers. Oh my God. That's so heartbreaking. Okay, the young man that came late, how's he feeling? 2 of Pentacles. I would say right now he's like, oh man, how am I gonna pay for all my legal fees? This also shows up when you are needing to be vindicated. It's like, okay, you're juggling a whole lot of situations, robbing Peter to pay Paul. You have to be vindicated. It's very overwhelmed. Like nobody's sad. Where the sad cards? Okay, the last person is the one that I'm gonna call him the silent guy because we don't hear anything about him. Let's see how he's feeling. Knight of Cups. This is another card like vindication, more like, oh well, I'm gonna get out of this. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. You don't see anybody feeling sad. You don't see any 5 of Cups. My stomach feels it's like my stomach is tight, like almost like this is just such a disappointing. It's a very disappointing vibration with all of these responses. These people did not care. They don't, they don't care. Oh my God. Just for entertainment purposes only. This really makes me sad. Okay. All right. So now we're going to just try to find out. The card's trying to jump. Well, let's just be like, what what was this about? The last time I did the reading, again, it was just so convoluted, but definitely it was speaking about some information that was out there, and there was a lot of misunderstanding about this information. Somebody came late, Dejanay, I think she's the ringleader. I was getting that pretty much. Okay, but let's just see. Whew. Hold on for a second. I had to go get my coffee. It just bothered me so bad. It just hit me so bad when I realized they just don't care. It's so sad. Like, man, it's just that's some bullshit. Okay. I don't know. Stop jumping. Okay, we just gonna go ahead and just build this story. Build this story. I'm gonna build this story. So what is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Okay, this jumped out. The magician. Okay. Okay, King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, business. I had not seen business when I was doing the reading the last time. So, this could be business, it could be something else. We're going to keep going. Strength, Ace of Wands, Knight of Swords, Two of Swords, and the Star. There was some manipulation, a lot of manipulation that was going on in the past. Shanquella was dealing with these people who were manipulators. It's three people that are involved in this great manipulation. Whether it is about business or one person is about business, the other two trying to get a cut in something. What I'm getting is this, like, so many different reasons for the attack. Like, almost like each person that's involved in the attack had their own reason. But somebody wanted an opportunity for growth, for wealth, for business. Okay. They wanted this business for their own self empowerment, for their own growth. It was something that they were trying to get Shanquella to do for them. It's like, okay, we can all profit from the situation if we can become stronger, individually. Okay. Something she didn't want to do, because this is also showing up when a person is being pushed around, okay, or they're being confronted. So I'm getting that a lot of times she would cave in because she cared about people. Like, she didn't take anything off of people, but she would cave in when it came to people that she cared about. And she'd be like, okay, like, all right, I'll help. But in this instance, it looks like she didn't want to do that. There's Two of Swords underneath this one here. This is a very vindictive card. Again, there's many different reasons for the attack. Each person had their own reason. This here is like she was sensing that she needed to watch her back. So she wasn't going to make a move on whatever it is that they wanted her to do. So with that, there's the attack. I don't feel like they meant to in her life, but there was something about, again, information like, well, why didn't you do this? Or why you said you're going to do that? Or this information came out about there's somebody else that's involved that wasn't there. And they're part of that conversation. They're part of that discussion. What I'm getting with this star card is that underneath is that there was a discussion. She was like trying to bring balance, trying to get people. She was like, she had her opinion. They had their opinion. She was trying to bring an understanding, a balance to a conversation. This is like the heated conversation, right? It becomes violent, but she was trying to bring balance to that. She was trying to understand where they were coming from, but she wasn't really getting it. um, because the conversation was so heated. Again, this one here, like holding your ground. What was happening with the opportunities that they wanted? She was holding her ground on that. That was prior to them getting to the hotel or getting to Mexico. This is speaking about the rage. Like they were so upset. The other people were so upset and blinded by rage. Blinded by they became enraged. And so you see this enraged energy, and then you see this gentle energy underneath. This is her. And she's like, I don't even understand. Why is this so important to you? Why is this so important to you that you are just, going off? It has to do with this lost opportunity, a lost opportunity to be something that they weren't, right? And don't even, when I say that, it's not actually that they're going to be something that they aren't. It's more so you're going to receive something that you didn't have. It's like her decision, to not budge basically blew their whole plan out of the water. Again, it's somebody else that wasn't there that has something to do with it in the background. Okay, we're just gonna keep going. We're gonna look at what was the plan. What is it that they wanted from her? They wanted something from her. What is it that they wanted from her? What did they want from Shanquella? What did they want from Shanquella? Okay. All right. Opening up with the Queen of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Justice, the Sun. Okay. Okay. So it's like this Queen of Swords, this is like I'm getting legal situations, like someone that's dealing with a lawyer, legal documents, something of that nature, dealing with organization, business. They needed some information dealing with finances. Again, we got justice, legal. It was like we're almost there. We almost have it. And then underneath that, we have the Nine of Swords. So things kind of just fell through. Okay, again, things fell through. So they wanted her to do something that's surrounding legal papers or documents, or getting somebody on board that's dealing with uh, legitimizing something, government documents, something like that. And she was like, no, no, or she couldn't do it. It's not that she didn't, it wasn't like she was being mean, but it was more like she just she couldn't make that happen. Okay, let's get some more. Okay, let's see. All right. Let's see what else. I'm gonna just keep asking. What did they want from her? See if we can get any more on it, or if these cards are repeating. Let me know. Because again, we got more than one person that's part of this. Now, the first reading I did, it didn't touch on any of this conversation at all. No, I was just getting bits and pieces. Anyway, we had a Queen of Cups. All these queens. Queen of Cups. We have Ace of Pentacles. You see, now we have all this money, right? I don't think I even asked the question about like what did they want from her. I was like, why did they? I don't know. It didn't come through. But anyway, here we are. Okay, so the Queen of Cups. is opening up. This is like, this might be somebody else's story that is coming through now. Okay, so this is, I'm getting like somebody had like a strong desire. I want to like test something out, you know. It's like, okay, well, let's do this. There was a lot of emotional attachment to an opportunity, and I say it's an opportunity because we had an Ace of Pentacles. So now, what is repeating itself from both of the decks are aces. We have the Strength card. We have the Sun. Okay. Somebody was very emotionally invested again in acquiring funds. Acquiring funds. I want to say like she was holding them back. That's how they feel possibly. And she was holding them back. We have the Sun card here where something was like really good. Such a great opportunity, right? A great opportunity to venture forward. Three of Pentacles. Again, Three of Pentacles. Okay, I'm not going to ask that question again because what I'm getting is they're really blaming Shanquella for missed opportunity. Okay, now when I did the reading the first time, I was getting that there was some information that came out, like something they heard, and she was like, "No, that's not true," or this and the other. So it's like a miss. I'm gonna put the two readings together. There's something that they heard or they were told. They're like, okay, Shanquella, you were supposed to do this, and or why didn't you do such and such? And she's like, trying to explain to them either her position and or she wasn't clear. And she was like, well, let's get clarity on it. But they were holding her accountable for a missed opportunity. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to say based on all these cards. And it became infuriated. I think they became infuriated by her stance, her position, the way she was responding. They became infuriated, that woman, and attacked her. Now, why would all the other people attack her? Also, why would she get beat so long? Because, okay, people took turns. More than one. Okay, we know that Winter body slammed her, at least allegedly. We don't know. Allegedly. Allegedly. So more than one person jumped her. You know this was going on for more than 5 minutes. How you gonna just keep beating somebody? So you feel like they are the reason why you didn't get funds? And then again, there's somebody else that's involved that wasn't there. And the first time I did a reading, I was like, what is this thing with like somebody in the bed with somebody? That's why I said there's too many different reasons. There's too many different, each person had their own reason. And right now I'm getting three people. It's like they're just like, oh, you know what I'm getting? It's like everything that went wrong, let's just blame Shanquella. Let's tie everything to Shanquella. Even though they really, if you're being rational, you really shouldn't you really shouldn't do that. Okay, so this is why then people say that that other readers were saying that these people were jealous of her. Okay, yes, we know she's successful and all, but she was soaring. Her business was flourishing, and there's whatever it is they were trying to do was not. And I just feel like I just keep repeating, I feel like she had gotten in their way. Okay, let me see if we can get any more information on what the information was. Let's get themes on this information. That's what we're going to look at. It's too convoluted. A theme on the information. Six of Swords. Six of Swords. What? Okay. They wanted to get to better shores, right? Opportunity, get you to a better place. Okay. All right. Whoa, you see that jump out? 7 of Wands. Want to get to a better place because there was some struggle going on. Again, I'm looking at the themes on the information. Whatever the information was, it would have eliminated them having to always be in a state of challenge. They would have been able to be on top. Information. What's the information about? Legal, Queen of Swords. Legal information. Judgment. Would have been, and that, whatever it was, would have afforded them to end a situation. It would have afforded them to end a situation they were in. One more. Queen of Wands. Organizations. Organizations, opportunities, business. Being your own person. So, right now, I'm going to say, based on this, that, again, this goes back to these people were seeing her as holding them back from moving forward, getting out of a bad situation, getting out of a legal situation. Okay. And I'm going to leave it at that. We'll see what comes out when everybody gets caught and they go to court. Somebody's going to tell. Okay. All I'm going to say is, and we'll see how on point I am or not. But I keep going back to, they were saying, did you hear that Shanquella, fill in the blank, because I don't know, yada, yada, yada. And how did that happen? Well, wasn't she supposed to do this? Or did she talk to so-and-so? Or this? Well, what is it? Or and wasn't she supposed to tell somebody or get this or get that? Well, how come she has such and such? I didn't get it. I needed that so I can do whatever or be whatever or move on or go here, whatever. I'm sounding again convoluted because there's a lot of people that are involved. And I'm sure. Just like I'm having a hard time zeroing in because there's multiple people involved and each one had their own agenda and position. So it's not like you're just dealing with one person and you're dealing with what they felt, thought, perceived. You're dealing with 6 different people. But what keeps coming up is 3 people were the major people that were involved in her demise as far as having those really bad feelings towards her. First of all, it looked like everybody was like, well, not really caring. That just blows my mind. That's so hard to understand. People are so vicious. But anyway, I'm going to pull one more deck and I may get something from it. I may not, because at this point, it's just, we're going back to being convoluted again. I was just like, oh my God, this is so messed up. Okay. See if we can get a story on this. Okay. I'm not even asking a question because at this point I don't even know what to ask. I'm just going to put these cards here and we're going to see what we're going to get. And that will be the end of this particular reading. I don't mind saying I don't know. Toil and labor. That's the main theme. The main theme is toil and labor. Okay, I'm gonna say this. People wanted some money. They wanted an opportunity. They wanted to be able to get out of where they were, the situation that they were in, the circumstances that they were in, and they saw her as that person that can make it happen. So this toil and labor is one where you are not happy with where you are. Okay, you are miserable. Underneath that, imprisonment, and then we have sudden wealth. So underneath that, the imprisonment right now, because I haven't turned everything over, that could be just feeling trapped. And Sutton Wealth is something that they were hoping and wishing they can get in, or it is it is compounding something. Okay, this has been going on for a long time. I keep getting, when I use these cards, I keep getting this lovers, like these contracts. You're supposed to, this one here, you're supposed to have my back. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. Okay, this keeps same old thing. Journey. We can look at this as the past, an opportunity that was supposed to transpire. Um, let me see. Waiting a message, waiting on the message. So a big concern. Okay, bad health. Okay. Oh, all the cards just like they're kind of repeating themselves. They're saying there was an opportunity for things to go well. With this journey card, it's like there's a disc that they were waiting or wanting something to come to them from far away. Okay, it didn't happen. Couldn't reach their good luck. Now this bad health, this is a bad ending. Those that involve are there's gonna be a confinement. Okay, now I can also look at this way. They're gonna go far away, prison, confinement. Both of those are confinements, not doing well. Okay, so I really don't know what to say at this point. I really don't. I'm not seeing the man this time. I guess because I was focusing so much on what is the info? What is the info? So that's what I keep getting, like different scenarios of the info. Oh, I'm gonna say this. All of this, when this information comes out, I bet, I bet that this all of this started like back probably like in the spring. Started like in the spring, March or something like that. And things came out now. So no, they did not want to take her to Mexico and then get her. But it's more of somebody brought that conversation when it got there. They brought the conversation about things that had happened back in like probably in the springtime, you know. And she was just, though she was oblivious to how they were, she was getting a heads up. There was something telling her, pay attention. But she wanted to give one of her friends like a great vacation or holiday, the one that's like always depressed. Anyway, I gotta leave that alone. It's too much. It's too much. Okay, that's all.